students, in the previous lectures we have covered so many data types such as numeric data type, text data type, sequential data type, set data type, and now we are going to proceed for the dictionary data type in this lecture. So, in the previous lecture you have come across this slide. In this slide you have seen the list, tuple and the set, and right now we are going to look at this dictionary data type. So, the properties related to the dictionary data types, the very first one is it is totally unordered. The second property is it is changeable, and the last one is this indexed. It is indexed, but not on the basis of numbers. So, we are going to discuss that how the index principle is going to work in the dictionary data type or mapping data type. One more property with the dictionary is the no duplication members are allowed. Let us look at the properties one by one. The very first thing about the dictionary, it is again a collection data type, but it is of unordered data. That means the order does not have any sequence or indexing principle, just like in the list or the tuple. The next thing is it can be changeable, that means it is mutable. The next thing is the important characteristics related to the dictionary data type, that it holds within the curly braces or the bracket, just like the set data type, it also holds the curly braces. But the important difference from the set data type is that it contains the members in the keys and values. That means whatever the members which are present in the dictionary data type, they are in the form of key value pair. The syntax for the key value pair is this one, that first the key is mentioned, followed by the colon, followed by the values, followed by the separation for the next pair. So, in this dictionary data type, the two important properties are, the very first is it is within the curly braces. The second one is it holds the key value pairs. Now, look at the example. We are going to create here my dt variable, and in that we have put this curly bracket. In this curly bracket you can see for f name followed by Mahesh, similarly L name followed by Kumar, the age 22, year 1998. So, in this these elements are taken in the form of key value pairs. You need to understand that these key value pairs are separated by colons. That means, if we are going to consider this colon, it separates that this is the key and this is the value. This comma separates the next pair as key and value. So, there are 4 key value pairs in my dt variable. The next thing is we are using this print function to print out this variable content, followed by we are going to check the type of this data type with the help of this type function. Now, let us consider the output of this program. Now, in this you can see that this is our dictionary variable and the information is shown here as the output. This thing is the output of this program code. So, here you can see that my dt variable holds these 4 key value pairs, and the whole information is shown here, followed in the fashion of f name Mahesh followed by L name followed by age and year. Along with that you can see that the type of this variable is DICT, that is dictionary data type. So, here you can see that the information is stored in the dictionary format. Now, we are going to see that how we are going to access the values of the dictionary data type, in which the important role is followed by the keys. That means, the data previous to this colons are considered as keys. The followed by the colon these data are considered as values. So, these are like a mapping connection between the key and value. That means, if we are going to hold this key, we will get this value ultimately as a output. So, let us look out how we are going to access the values of the dictionary data type. Now, here the very first method is we are accessing the values by keys, that means by either F name, L name, age or year. So, let us see how we are going to do it. In the previous slide, I have explained the performance of this type statement as subscription. That means, whenever we are going to use the square bracket, that square bracket holds some values regarding of a variable. That means, now we are going for a subscription process. So, here you can see that the variable here is again my dt, the variable name is my dt. So, the subscription syntax is the variable name followed by the square bracket. In that, now you are not going to mention the index number, that means 0, 1, 2 or 3, but what you are going to mention is the key. So, here the key is F name. Similarly, in the second statement here you can see that in the square bracket we are mentioning the key value. That means, once we are putting the key inside the square bracket, we are ultimately or indirectly accessing the value. So, you can see here that F name is mapped with Mahesh. Similarly, the L name is mapped with the Kumar. So, this is the value. Similarly, for the F name, this is the value. So, ultimately we are going to access the values of the respective keys. This is the one way by accessing the keys. The second way is by using the get function, or here you can see the syntax is the variable followed by the function name. So, we can say that it is a method by which we are going to access the values. Again the principle is almost same. The input is taken as the key. So, here the key is age and year. The rest process is very simpler, just like the method syntax, where the variable name followed by the method's name followed by the inputs. So, here my dt followed by the get followed by the age. Similarly, for the year, that means for the age the value is 22 and for the year the value is 1998. Now, we are going to look at the output of this program. Now, here it is. You can see the F name is rated with the Mahesh. So, here this F name, the output of this one is Mahesh. Similarly, the L name with the Kumar, and here you can see the output as Kumar, followed by the values of the age and year as 22, 1998. So, we have seen that how we are going to access the values. Now, we are going to see that how we are going to change the values related to the keys. So, in the previous lectures I have already told you that whenever you want to change the values, what you are going to do is you are going to reassign the same existing variable. So, we are going to again reassign the values, but not to the variable, but to the key, because the key is the holding point of the value. Once we change the holding link from one value to the another, ultimately the value is get updated. So, here how we are going to change it? By using the subscription principle, that variable name followed by the key, and we are going to reassign with the next value, or you can say with the updated value. So, here the year is now updated with 2000. Similarly, the L name is updated with Anandi. Here you can see that these things are written in the quotations or single or double quotation, just like the string data type. So, this is the important point, that you should mention the keys must be in the quotation mark, because the variables cannot be assigned as keys in dictionary data types. The second thing is, now these keys hold the values as 2000 or Anandi, which is of data type integer or string. You can put it, or you can put it the other data types like the list, set, dictionary, or even the variable. That means the variables can be put in the values, but not cannot be put inside the key format. So, here what we are doing, we are replacing or we are updating the values of the year with 2000 and similarly the L name as Anandi. So, here you can see that we will update this content of year as 2000 and the last name as Anandi. The second point here is that about the number of key value pairs. You have seen this function in the previous slides, the len function, which is regarded as a length function. So, here we are going for the length of the dictionary data types, which represents the number of key value pairs. That means, here the pairs are 1, 2, 3, 4. So, the answer for this one is 4. Here the important point is the print function. Whenever you want to see the physical output, or let us say you want to see the specific outputs, you must put that thing inside this print function, otherwise you cannot get the output, because every process is considered as internal process. Let us see the output of this program, and here we can confirm this, that the number of pairs is 4, the last name is updated as Anandi and the year is replaced with 2000. So, we have successfully replaced both the key values pairs. The second thing is the number of pairs in this dictionary variable myDT is 4. So, here you can consider that if whenever you are interested in getting the number of key value pairs, you should use this len function. Next thing is, now we are going to search for a key by using the in and not in. These are considered as membership operators. Membership operators. So, we are using the membership operator in and not in to search the keys in a given dictionary variable as myDT. So, the statement related is like this: age in myDT. Here it means that we are looking for the age as a key in myDT, whether this age as a key available in myDT or not. I have already told you that whenever we are asking such type of questions to the interpreter, the answer is always in terms of Boolean data type. So, for these three inputs, or you can say for these three statements, the output is in terms of Boolean data type. Since in myDT variable the age key pair is available, the answer for this is true. The second thing is, now here in the second statement we are searching for the year key in myDT. Now, look at this one, the y is in the lower case, it is not in the upper case. In myDT variable the capital Y or this y is in upper case. That means, this y and the small y both are the two different entities. So, the answer for this one is false, because here the key value pair, it is written in capital letter, or you can say the y as in upper case. So, these two y's are totally the two different entities. That means, from this statement we can conclude that the key value pairs hold the key as sensitive or case sensitive data. The case sensitive data represents that the upper, lower case or the capital cases are total different properties as among them. The third statement tells we are looking for the mat key as not in, it is not in my dt, it is directly asking that this mat key is not in my dt. Yes, there is no mat key value pair in my dt. So, the answer for this one is true. Next is we are searching for a key by using the conditional statement. Here you can see that conditional statement is represented by the if statement. In the upcoming lectures we are going to discuss about this conditional statement. For now just look at the sentence here, that we are just confirming whether this year is in my dt or not. If it becomes true, then the statement related to this condition, that is the block of the code, will be executed. So, here you can see that the year in my dt, yes, it holds true. That means, whatever the block this statement holds, so that statement will be executed. Here it is written in the print format, the year key pair is present. That means, this will be the output. Now, let us confirm the output. So, here you can see that for this it is true, for this one it is false, and it is again for true. Here it is not the case of in, but it is not in. It is directly saying that this mat pair is not available in this key set. Another thing is we are getting the output year key pair is present, that means the year is present in my dt. Here it is. Now, next thing we are going to see that how we are going to add a key value pair and how we are going to remove a key value pair. So, here you can see that again we are going for my dt variable which holds the 4 key value pairs, and now we are going to add the key value pair. That means, we are going from 4 to 5. Now, how we are going to add a key value pair in the dictionary? Now, let us see. The principle for adding the key value pair is very similar to the subscription process. Now, from the very beginning in this slides, that is at the very start of the dictionary data type, when we have come across the 4 properties of the dictionary data type, that time we have seen that there is a property known as indexed. The indexed is referred not with the respect to the numbers or the sequence, that is 0, 1, 2, 3 or 4, just the order, but what it refers the value of key. That means, with the help of key we can access the value, because ultimately the values are underneath of the key elements. So, when we are holding this age as a key element, ultimately the value will be uncovered from this age element and the value will be 22. So, how we are going to add the key value pair? It is again the subscription process, and the process is very similar to the updating process. Just that here we are mentioning the some key element name out of the box of my dt variable. That means, here the key names are f name age, l name year. So, we are putting the 5th key element as something different from these 4 elements, like the percentage 10. So, we are asking for the 5th pair with the key element as per 10, which holds the value of 54. That means, this becomes the key, the value related to this key becomes 54. Similarly, we are adding the percentage 12 with the value 65. It follows the principle of subscription. Now, we are again printing the my dt after putting these 2 statements, and you will see that our data is expanded from 4 to 5, 5 to 6, in which we hold the 6 key value pairs along with percentage 10 and 12. Now, the next thing is how we are going to remove the key value pairs. The very first process to remove the key value pair is by using the pop method. The syntax for the method, again I am going to write the syntax for the method. The syntax for the method is the variable followed by a dot followed by the method name and if had as input parameters. So, here we are saying that it is very similar to this one, that this is the variable followed by the method's name pop followed by the input. Now, here the input is again the key element. So, the key element means whenever you are going to try anything in the dictionary data type, this key element holds the very important position in the dictionary data type, because without the help of this key element we cannot access the values. So, here we are going to remove the key value pairs by this pop method. The process is very simple, in just input as the key element, that key element will be removed from myDT. That means, after the removal the number of elements must be 5. Now, look at this one. Here we can see in the output that these two key value pairs are added, it becomes 6. Here you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So, the 6 key value pairs is available in myDT before performing the removing operation by the pop method. So, once you have removed the percentage 12 key element, what is left with the 5 elements? You can see here that the last element is per 10, not per 12. So, in this process we have seen how we are going to add the key value pairs and how we are going to remove the key value pairs. One more thing is, the first process for the removing the key value pairs is by using the pop method. The second method available is the pop item. So, in this you can see this pop item does not takes any input, directly there is no input. That means, it will directly remove the last element of myDT. So, in myDT the last element will be the year 1998. Next thing is, the third process of removing the key value pair is the delete keyword. That means, with the help of del keyword we can remove the element. We just need to put the variable followed by the key element and in before the variable name you are going to put this del keyword. So, it is just like the instruction open camera. That means, first we are going for operation open following for the camera. The last process here is, if we are going to remove the dictionary data directly, that means, we are going to remove the variable. So, here the variable is myDT and we are going to delete this variable with the help of again the del keyword. So, in the output you can see that the variable is no more in the memory. That means, it will directly says that the variable is not existing or it is not defined in the program. Let us check out the output of this program. So, in this the output of the program you can see the very first thing is, we have used this pop item followed by the del keyword in the key element, and the last is we have used the del keyword in the variable. With the first one you can see the output that in this the year pair is missing. That means, the last element from the myDT has been removed. In the second operation you can successfully see that the age key element is removed and with the help of the last operation you can see that the variable is no more. It is written as the name error in the Python, and here you can see that the myDT is not defined. That means it is no more in the memory. With this I will end my lecture here. So, in the dictionary data type we have seen how we are going to access the values of the key value pairs, how we are going to add the key value pairs, and ultimately how we are going to remove the key value pairs along with the variable myDT. With this I will stop my lecture here.